As a filmmaker, I really like to move fast, I like to be able to improvise, and that's what's appealing to me about shooting with a smartphone cage. The SmallRig all-in-one cage is designed to help filmmakers move fast, regardless of what phone you're using. 3, 2, 1, So I've always been a fan of revenge thrillers, and I've wanted an excuse to try to make one on my own. This is everybody, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to be a shoot for an action short film, and this is a product that I co-designed with a brand called SmallRig. We're going to use as many features of this product as possible. We're going to rig the phone in all sorts of crazy ways, and also try to make an entertaining, very short little film, like 2 minutes long. And we have our stunt team here, and to keep us all safe and make the action exciting, Stephen Rennie is going to be coordinating all the fun stuff. So we're going to be shooting for a few days, and day one I wanted just to be in this house because it's kind of more controllable. And then we're going to take it to the streets and go out to a few different locations. So yeah, we're going to start out today, try to get our rhythm. We'll just get as much as we can get. Let's go ahead and get started.
What's up, guys? It's day one. We're doing our first stunt. I'm Steven. I'm actually the stunt coordinator, and today we're gonna have our main actor, Dean. We've created a waterfall from the top pool. He's gonna do a high fall as if he got shot by the bad guy and fall into the bottom pool.
We go together in this one? 4 meters, I think, something like that.
3, 2, 1, action! Action!
Ow! Oh my God, I heard this. Are you okay? We got some good shots of Dean falling into the pool. Tried out some interesting ways of putting this rig underwater, so I think this was a pretty good shoot for the morning. I didn't intend to go swimming today, but the splash covered me completely. So I'm drenched, but the cage, the phone, they're doing fine, so no problems at all.
Since we have this cool cage designed by Brandon Lee and SmallRig, I think this opens up a lot of possibilities just in its basic sense. And as we start adding to it, I think we're gonna get even crazier. So pretty cool to play with this thing.
I think with everyone that I've seen on set, and of course with Brandon kind of taking lead, it's gonna be really cool. I'm excited to see it. I mean, it's dramatic, right? I'm sure it's going to be a meaningful film.
All right, so we've got a barroom brawl that we're choreographing here, and our main thing is our protagonist, Dean over here, is going to actually be the guy who storms into the bar, using all the lights that we put as our ambient lights, and we're using the handheld rig to be able to get that kinetic feel that we need. That's one for you. I go. Boom. That's a hit, correct?
Yeah.
Boom.
I have the stabilization turned off on my phone, and I'm just using these handles to guide the shot. So what's really great about the cage here is that I can angle the handles to position it exactly how I feel most comfortable, and then as we go through the shot, it's just a lot easier to get the exact framing that I need.
Go in, it's not your bed.
Day 2. Today is our second day of shooting, and we will go to 3 locations. This is the first one. Chiang Mai is really easy to move around, and they have a lot of cafes, and the cafes usually have a really unique theme. It's basically just like a movie set already.
What we have here is a body mount rig made out of SmallRig magic arms. So during this fight scene, we're going to be seeing the fight from basically the perspective of our hero. And the cage is really good for this kind of rigging because there are so many screws and mounting points to attach the body mount. So the belt is going around our actor's waist, and the magic arms are attached to the belt. And this belt is actually a little bit loose, and what that does is it allows the fight coordinator to operate the body mount during the fight and move swiftly around, swinging this to get different perspectives as the guys fight each other, which gives us not just a basic SonoraCam POV look, but a more advanced look where you see the fight from different angles while still being mounted to the body of the actor.
And 3, 2, 1, fall. Turn.
Stop. Wait, Jade, wait, and go. And walk. And stop.
Right now we're setting up another fight scene, and this time we're at a bar. And this bar has some huge glass windows that we will use for a framing device. For this shot I'm going to have the cage on my gimbal on a light stand. And the light stand is going to give me an extension so that I can walk really far back and keep the camera up high. 3, 2, 1, action. Okay,
Good job, guys. Awesome.
Day 3.
Today we're filming in an art gallery. We're going to start off with a little dialogue scene between Danny and Alan. Alan is some shady character who deals art and somehow is involved in the assassination trade. So we're going to have a brief dialogue scene that I'm shooting here with the cage on the gimbal, and then we're going to move into a chase scene that has some parkour, and we're also going to try to rig a cable cam. 3, 2, 1, action.
You wouldn't happen to know who put a contract out on my life?
Cut. Is that too dramatic?
No, it's great.
Really kind of weak.
Good job, Owen. Good job, Owen. All right. We're here at a canal now, and I'm gonna get running shots with the cage on my gimbal. We will be going top speed. The cool thing about this cage and shooting on a phone is that the phone actually has really good built-in stabilization, and the cage allows me to mount the phone onto a really high-quality stabilizer gimbal. So I'll be able to get steady shots even though this is a really high-intensity kind of shot. Rolling and speeding. 3, 2, 1, go. Turn! So we just ran a cable cam, and a cable cam is where you put the camera on a gimbal, and then the gimbal's attached to a cable that guides it through the path of the shot. We were able to shoot the camera across this huge space really quickly. I'm really happy with how the shot turned out. I honestly wasn't expecting it to look all that good because the rig just didn't seem all that stable. But with the combination of the stabilization from the phone and also the stabilization from the gimbal, we got a really smooth tracking shot.
Are you tired?
I'm pretty tired. We've been running a lot today. This is the last scene of the day, and the idea I had is to put the cage on a motorcycle in different configurations to get all these really dynamic perspectives as our character drives around. I wanted to show Dean driving through the bridge, angry, fueled up with adrenaline, and have the cage be up in his face so that you really feel it as an audience too. I want us to be taking this ride with our character. So we rigged up the cage with magic arms and clamps, multiple angles, multiple points of contact, so that it's a super secure rig. It's not gonna fall off no matter how fast he rides.
As long as it's safe, I'm happy.
Day 4.
Since day one, I think I've done 4 fights, 5 fights. I can't even remember. But the last fight was with 12 people.
So, to prepare Dean for the scene, he had to actually spar me, and you can see how that ended. So now,
And one of the great things about the SmallRig frames is they're really, really solid, which is why.
this is a corner
Yeah.
right there. Yeah, this is a sort of a hot shoe. Right here, that's the NATO rail. Yeah, over here, yeah, that's one handle, top handle mode right there. And yeah, right there, that's just a little gimbal shoe mount that I shoved up under his eyelid. So that's actually another use for the multiple mounting points on the new all-in-one cage from SmallRig. Here we're shooting Eli's scene. So Eli is playing the brother of our main character Dean. And throughout the whole movie, we don't know who tried to kill Dean. And turns out at the end of the movie, it was Eli all along. We rented out a bar. This is actually a bar in Chiang Mai, and it just happens to have a speakeasy type of ambience that I wanted for the scene. So I'm really excited to see how this turns out.
My mother used to say I was the bad influence.
So we're doing a lot of lighting here, and we're actually using a lot of SmallRig lights for this scene. So we're using the cage handheld and also on a gimbal for some of the shots. And I'm using all three lenses of the iPhone throughout the scene. We're using the ultra-wide lens, the 1x lens, and all the way up to the 5x lens for some of the close-ups. We're in a cafe now called Mars, and Mars has this really interesting projection wall. And I'm going to do a trick here where I shake the phone in the cage using the dual handles, and then I apply stabilization to the shaky image. And that creates a weird vibrating effect in the footage. Action, floating. 3, 2, 1, wake up. Let's try it again. So I'm going to use that to try to create some sort of a visual representation of Dean coming back to life after he's been shot. We have a white wall here that has a bright light behind it, and what I'm going to use this for is to create a sort of montage. So we're going to see Dean take on various bad guys in silhouette, and then I'm going to layer those shots together in post. Do it! That looks painful. Okay, that's it. We just finished the shoot. It was a lot of fun. Got to try out a lot of things I've never done before on a short film. Never made an entire action film on an iPhone, that's for sure. This was really challenging, but we had an amazing stunt crew, amazing camera team. Stephen Rennie especially really killed it with rigging everything for me and also coming up with a lot of inventive new ways to use the new SmallRig all-in-one cage. So we had a lot of fun. Hope you learned something that you can try out on your own shoots. Check out the cage. See you again next time.